We have Jody Naranjo with us.
Hello.
So excited to have you here visiting.
Thank you.
We do miss Carolyn today, and you all knew that she was going to be out of town visiting grandchildren, and then that didn't get
Lucky
to happen.
her.
That didn't get to happen. Flight was canceled,
Oh.
but she decided, and she and Bill deserved the 2 days off extra that they were going to get today, Friday, and also Monday. And I told Carolyn, come in, you're really a great surprise. And she says, no, we really are going to enjoy the days off. So I was so happy. And I told her, make sure you do something for yourself,
Yes.
have fun. And I'm saying that to all of you out there too.
Take a nap.
Yeah, take a nap. Carolyn needs to take a nap in at times because she works so hard. Jody works very hard all the time.
I do. I work long hours. I work weird hours, so I do take naps.
So the pottery that you brought in today, you said you were just signing them this morning?
I
just
finished these pieces. They're for my show coming up at Blu-ray Gallery during Indian Market.
Yep.
So I just finished these, so it's perfect timing because I'm going to drop them off after the show, and then they'll get photographed and they'll be there in August.
That is great. So in August, right around Indian Market time, which we are having pretty much a full Indian Market this year. There might be some COVID type of practices, of course. We're not out of that completely yet, folks, so don't think that we are. Stay safe, do the right things. But having shows again, being available, yes.
You know, we've spent the last year and a half doing virtual stuff, and you know, it's nice because you can see people at least, but it's different. You don't get to touch things and see things and show people up close. You're looking at photos and stuff, so it's nice. And hug.
Yes.
I miss hugging. You know,
this is true.
It's going to be nice to be back to an in-person show.
At least during lockdown, you have 3 wonderful daughters and a new grandson. So you got lots of hugs, I hope, during that time. So I'm glad you got the love you deserve. And then showed the love that all of your family deserves too.
Yes.
Let's bring up one. Let's show the photo of all the girls, your daughters. I like that photo. It was further back, Lily. You were there in the beginning. No,
there you go.
That's the one.
My middle daughter is getting married. This was the bridal tea party on Tuesday, and they were all there. My middle daughter's in the white with the veil. That's Coral. She's getting married in the weekend after Indian Market. And then my oldest is the maid of honor. She's in the gold. My youngest,
who's sitting over here,
sitting here, she is there with the pink sign.
I love that.
And then the other ones are my nieces. So that's
beautiful bride. Your sign says, I love the other one.
Oh, that's
brown
my niece.
One. Still available.
She's the funny one. She's the character.
Well, so you're related to all of these girls, pretty much.
Yes.
Maybe there's one in the back. I can see that young lady with the pink glasses on top. Doesn't have that family resemblance. Look at the beauty in your family.
Oh, they're just beautiful inside and out.
Yeah.
Smart, tough, strong little girls.
Yeah.
Very, very proud of them.
But you got so much of that from your mom also. I mean, Jody is, I'm sure you all know, 8th generation Santa Clara potter.
We're potters and mothers and hard workers, and you know, you just do it all. And you know, a lot of what you women out there know that, you know, you can't just be one thing, you got to be everything.
Yes.
So, you know, I taught my daughters that, I learned that, my mom learned that from her mother, and you know, and in that we all made pottery as well. So you know, it's been fun. It's been an adventure.
Dottie, who is a great collector of our company, of your jewelry, she says your middle daughter looks like you, and they are all beautiful.
Oh, look, thank you. Yeah, everyone says that. That's the one that looks like she's made of clone.
See, Dottie saw that right away. How fun. How fun. All right. Well, we got to get to Atlas too. The grandbaby. We love grandbabies. We're going to show at least one more.
There he is.
There's Atlas. So this is Jody's first grandchild.
My little boy. I had girls, so little boy's a new thing. I was thinking one day, I was like, how did I do this? And I said, I didn't. I had girls. This is a whole new person, a whole new character.
I'm sure boys are different.
Oh my goodness. You just got to pat everything. And I walk around him like this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. And he's, you know, falling down, walking in, putting everything in his mouth.
They bounce. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, but he is just a wonderful little boy, and just so loving and cuddly and cute.
And how old is Atlas now?
1 year and 8 months.
Okay, so just a little bit older, I think.
A little bit older than yours.
Yeah, because my grandson was born, my newest grandson, born leap year day, so that was March, and then
Atlas mine was in January.
Okay, yeah, so a couple months different. Yes. Yeah, but they are cute.
Aren't they?
We got to get those boys together.
Oh, yeah,
I'll get mine out here. Yeah. What a treat to be grandparents.
I love it.
Both you and I don't look like we could be grandparents.
I know, right?
I can't even believe
we're young grandparents.
Yes, yes. I remember telling my son, I want to be a grandpa before I'm 50. And it was like 3 months before I turned 50.
You did it?
Yeah. He did it. I didn't. We all did it.
We all did it.
So, yeah. How fun. So let's see who's joining us today. Hello, Debbie. Dottie was here. Susan, good to have you back. Sorry you didn't know that we didn't have a CP show today, but we're putting out a schedule and you'll see that it's going to be every other week for a while. So let you know about that. What a little cutie, Jan is saying about Atlas. How old is he? And we said 1.5 years.
Yes, 1.5.
I have a little grandson who will be 2 in September. See, we
just love that age.
We never have, we can always talk about our grandkids.
Oh.
Yeah, there's never a loss for words and showing photos. So I know when Carolyn actually gets to go out, she and Bill get to go out to Yakima, Washington. We're going to get photos back and seeing all those grandbabies. Her new grandson, Judah, 8 months, 9 months old now. She hasn't even seen him in person yet because of course, the last 1.5 years. So we hope that flight, the next time they take off, actually launches and they get to go.
Thank goodness for FaceTime and
true.
Skype and
it's true.
Because otherwise, you wouldn't be able. You would just see still photos.
This last year would have been really tough for all of us without some of the technology we got to utilize. Just like this. This was new for us because we needed this interaction again. And this was the best way we can do it. Yeah. So hi, Lynn. Hi, Barbara. Barbara saying hi to both of us. All these great ladies with us. Jean says hi, Jody. Now so many of them are saying hi to you.
Hi, everybody.
Good seeing
I can't
you
see
all.
it.
That's okay.
My eyes are kind of a mess from all this carving.
She can see very distance, but her detail work and her pottery. And let's go ahead and show this one again up close so you can see what we're talking about. Now, do you call it is a sgraffito?
It's called sgraffito because basically what I'm doing is I'm etching the surface. You know, the pots, I dig my own clay, I pit fire, I fire with cow manure, and I polish it with stone. I do it all traditional. I don't use a kiln or a wheel, and everything I get out of the ground. So the etching is actually done with an X-Acto knife, and it's on the surface. So I'm taking off the surface of the pot and revealing what's underneath, which is a white clay.
And that is after the fire. That's the last thing. So it's really into the hardest of surfaces that you're carving that out. Now, this might look like a large pot on this great up-close camera that we have now, but it's probably only about 5-6 inches tall. And look, my hands are fairly small. This is my pinky next to that small detail. So all of that is getting hand carved out. So that's why Jody said her eyes aren't that great after so many years of working.
40 years I've been doing this. Yeah, 40 years. I sit there with this knife and these pots, so I can't see very well, but I'm still doing it.
Yes.
I don't even know what else that I would do.
Jody is loving this design, and it's a buffalo.
It's a buffalo.
Your animals are uniquely yours.
Yes.
I know that so much of our native culture from around this area, animals are sacred. You know, some of them will have a similar depiction.
Yes.
Yours are like no others.
Well, really I think we all learn by seeing stuff and, not copying it, but something that resembles it, and then it becomes your own over time.
Thanks,
this
Kelly.
Buffalo, I just kind of found out of nowhere, and I saw it on something similar on a skull that somebody had drawn out, and changed it into this.
I love that.
And I love this. I was thinking this might be a fun pendant, is the buffalo, because I think everybody loves the buffalo. Tatanka.
I know that our ladies love buffalo, and I think this done into jewelry
great necklace
might be wonderful. I think for a man, I would wear that one too.
Yeah, well, it's masculine, but it's a fun one.
Yeah.
So Carolyn,
hopefully, yes, Carolyn, if you're watching, there's another idea. Jody did bring in sketches, and we made copies of those. So we are going to be collaborating once again on new jewelry. Yay. But let's get into the jewelry we have right now. So the first bracelet is the one you have on.
My favorite.
And this one here. There's really no up or down because we moved the animals one way or another, and some are facing forward, some are facing down.
Yes.
But go through some of the animals in here for us.
Okay. Well, it's a collage, and I've always found myself with a collage on my pottery. I like to make them go in different directions and up and down and left and right, and kind of how they fit like a puzzle. And that's how I've always carved them onto my pottery. There's a horse and a deer. And
is that a rooster? What kind of bird is that?
That is a water bird.
A water bird.
A water bird is a duck.
Okay.
I didn't know what a water bird is. That's a traditional name for it, and it's on a lot of southern pottery, Southern Pueblo pottery.
Okay.
And I made it in a 3D form to see what it is, and it's a duck.
That's a duck.
I know. I was like, cool. So that's a duck.
I love that.
And
dragonfly.
Turtle.
Thunderbird.
That's okay. And then Thunderbird and an elk, a water bird, an antelope.
Where's the antelope?
Right there in this.
Oh yeah, on that end.
A horse, turtles. So I like to do, the collages plus the swirls, and then I do a lot of the different designs in the backgrounds and kind of add those in, to kind of just fill them in. But it's really a fun design. And I like this. It's a good shape.
Yeah.
I noticed on the news that our Secretary of Interior was wearing this. Did you see that, Deb Haaland?
She was wearing it on the news. This
bracelet. And my mother-in-law told me that too. She goes, "Did you notice that Deb Haaland was wearing your bracelet?"
We are honored.
I was too. I was like, oh my goodness. I thought maybe she's a good friend to Carolyn's.
No. I mean, not that I know.
Yeah.
It was exactly the bracelet.
This bracelet. And she was wearing it with the turquoise, another turquoise bracelet. But she had that on, and I paused it, rewound it, and recorded it just to make sure.
And yes, for sure.
Yes,
yeah, you'll have to share that with us. No rush, but slowly.
TiVo.
Very cool.
And I was really impressed. I was like, okay.
Great news.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like on the Virgin Galactic, flight up to space, having the Zia on there was pretty darn cool. I love that. The next piece is the ring that matches. I have that one on. We had a show and we were featuring native designers many months ago, and we brought in, as we do here, samples. And I was talking about your ring and Fritz's bracelet at the same show, and I don't think we have his in the show, but I have it on now. And I said, I love both of these pieces, and the next day is when I bought your ring.
Oh, thank you.
It's just because I'm here at the design studio. Of course, I love all of our designers, like yourself, all of our artisans in the next building over. But I honestly don't have a lot of our jewelry, so I wear this all the time now and love it.
Oh, that's nice to know.
So it has the same kind of animals. I don't know that the Zia symbol was on the bracelet.
No.
But it is here. I can see that. That is the only different element, I think, on this one. I don't know if the Zia was on the bracelet, but it is on here. I will look.
I have the design that's like the one I put in behind my pot. There it is.
It is there. Okay. Yep.
Absolutely.
So all the same patterning, and I love that these are nice in relief. They sit up off of the surface. So it's very much like rock art, but again, your own unique shapes.
What I think of it is the designs pop out just like they do on my pottery.
That's true.
And then the background is subtle behind it. So you guys have managed to have the same effect as if I came in there and carved it directly onto the silver, so that my images pop out, and then the background is my etching on the background.
Very
cool. That's how you guys have translated it and got the same effect that I do through jewelry, which is pretty cool.
It has been a good collaboration with so many different, and a small group of Native American designers that we've worked with. You've been such a pleasure for many years now at Best. Looking forward to new pieces. So many 5-star reviews on your pieces. I'm gonna go back to the bracelet. 14 five-star reviews on that bracelet. Vera says, Jody rocks.
Yay.
I am totally awestruck by this Native Symbols bracelet. I cannot describe the beauty and the feeling I get just admiring it. I definitely want the ring and the pendant. I definitely recommend it. Thanks, Carolyn, for Jody's art. And thank you, Jody, for that. Thank you. That was Vera. Great review. Now, in the bracelet, we do have all sizes, small, medium, and large. Large was the most limited. We only had 6 of those. You do save 20% on all of our Native designer pieces by using the code AWSummer20, and that'll go on for at least a month. So from $199, take 20% off of that. It's basically $40 off, and there you are on the bracelet. The ring, which we do have all sizes 5 through 10, and see the most limited is 5 and 10, which only have 5 each of those. That's $85 and then the 20% off. And this is 5 five-star reviews, and Kathleen says, the ring is very comfortable and I love the symbols. I definitely will buy more of Jody's pieces.
Yay.
We love hearing that.
Thank you.
We love that. Okay, and let's get on to the Thunderbird earrings. I'm always wanting to apologize to all of our collectors for only having the Thunderbird earrings left, but I don't want to apologize. It makes you know that when you see it and if you love it, you better buy it. Often we don't bring them back, and I don't know if we'll bring back. I think it was the turtle we did in this same style of earring.
Thunderbird, yes.
And is just the 2?
Just the 2.
Okay, so we
Just the 2.
don't have any more turtles. We have, I think, 2 or 3 pair of the Thunderbirds left. I know on our, I'm pretty sure, on our photo that you're going to see here in a minute, they're both facing the same direction. That was our fault when we did the photography.
That's true, isn't it?
They are a right and a left. You can have the Thunderbirds facing in or facing out. But because we only had 2 or 3 pairs left, I did not talk to our photographer and say, go through the work of switching them and rephotographing it. I'll show you them in person because we do plan on the 2 or 3 pairs that we have right now being gone by the end of this show. Because that's all there are, folks. And I don't think we have them scheduled in to cast more. So this is the pair of Thunderbird earrings. And let's get the close-up again, Lily. Thank you. And you can see that they are a right and a left. Yeah, and they're a really high polish. Do you have that pair? Well, good. You better keep them because you won't be able to find them again.
There's no extras.
Now, Beth says on this particular design, designs lifted from Jody's beautiful pottery, I feel privileged to wear her art and share her story of the Thunderbird. I'm going back for the turtles. I hope she did get them whenever she wrote those because they would be gone now.
Yes.
So there is a story about the Thunderbird. Yeah.
Well, you know, there's different tribes have different stories about, you know, the Thunderbirds and the water serpent, the turtle. So there's so many different myths.
Lily, we don't need, thank you.
There's so many different myths and legends out there of different symbols. A lot of my symbols are more of the Pueblo designs. Thunderbirds are rarely used on the Pueblo pottery, but I do have, you know, a lot of turtles, a lot of fish. The water serpent lives in the Rio Grande, and you're not supposed to see him because if you see him, there's going to be a drought.
Oh, no.
So you go down to the river and you want to see him, but you don't.
How about lizards along the river? Anything good about a lizard?
I don't know anything good about lizards.
Good.
I know lizards eat bugs. So
all right, so that's pretty good.
I love lizards in my house.
When I'm riding my board down by the Bosque, lizards have been crossing my path recently. And I don't want to run over poor little things, but I'm just wondering if I'm going to have bad luck if I do.
No, the lizards are good luck. So are roadrunners.
Yes.
Roadrunners are great luck, and I've been seeing
everybody loves roadrunners
of those lately.
Okay. Well, we don't need that little screen in the corner with an empty.
I think to not be able to hide it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. That's a good idea, Jody.
Yeah,
put a pot there. Here. We'll put good use.
There you
go.
go.
Every now and then, as our collectors and on our fans here know, we run into some technical glitches. And I was very surprised that little window is up there. So Lily corrected me. There's a glitch at the moment, so we'll just leave that there. The necklace that we have, I cannot believe. I think it's because maybe it had sold out and we just brought some back because we didn't have any reviews. And we probably won't have time for any of you to put reviews on there because there were only 2 of this necklace left. I remember when we made it, or when you first saw the finished one,
Yeah,
you
one.
said, I want X amount of those. You said, yes.
I need 10 of these because everybody will love these. My daughters, my girlfriends, you know, it's such a nice weight. It's got like it's a nice solid, each one is just really a nice solid silver, and they lay perfect, just perfect. I love the symbols. It's kind of like that charm bracelet feel.
Yes, it is.
So, you know, I've just really been really happy with this. And my daughters have them, my girlfriends have them, and I wear this. This is probably my most wearable necklace that I have because I'll wear it for days.
And you wear this one camping, right?
I wear that camping. I know. It's a one that you shower and sleep in,
Yeah,
and you know,
that's
it's
right.
just nice, sturdy, solid, everyday necklace, and I love that.
I'm glad you and your family have loved it.
So I'm
Now,
glad I
Lily,
got 10 of them when I did.
Lily, are we
Smart.
having problems with our?
Attempted to work the second camera and it's gone.
So the second camera is not working. Oh,
Also,
darn.
something's wrong with the slide, the lifestyle slider too. So
Are you going to try to reboot? Sorry about this, folks. We're trying to get all of our technical parts worked out. It's always something. There's a little glitch every single week. Huh?
let me refresh, okay?
Yeah. All right. So stay with us, folks. We're going to refresh. Carol and Clay.
Oh, at least I got
That's
10 of them.
okay. We don't mind glitches. So are we back up?
Yes.
And we are live.
Oh, there you go.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay.
Still like
Are you sure? Still live?
Yeah.
So if I would have said something bad in between, that would have been a
Don't
bad
do
thing.
it. Don't do it.
I won't. All right, we're gonna bring the necklace close. I get a little frightened every time I move Jody's pottery.
Everybody's afraid of my butter.
Well, it does feel sturdy. I mean, but of course
Yeah.
it's.
No, they're very sturdy.
They're very sturdy. Okay.
I put them all in a bag on top of each other.
There we go. Thank you, Lily, for working
Oh,
that out.
nice.
Now we can see all of these. So you all might notice that from last week to this week, we're trying a different bust form, and I really do like this one
That
much
lays
better
nicely.
than, well, we have the ones with
Oh,
all of that
yes.
pattern, and our close-up camera is so good now. You see every fiber in that thing, so this is really good. I'm loving this. So here we'll go through. There's the Thunderbird.
That's the Thunderbird, the turtle. That is my deer,
Mhm.
and that is a
I like your
horse.
wild horse. I mean, it's like a
Yeah,
wild
they're
horse.
running. They're
Yeah, I
excited.
love that movement. And our water bird,
And the water bird.
which is a duck.
Is a duck, yes, and I love the horses, they
Yeah.
have that feeling of movement, you know, when I was in art school, a very long time ago, one of my sculpture teacher, he told
Thank
me,
you,
you know,
Lily.
make movement, and all my animals kind of looked like they were just stopped and still, so you know, that was one that I actually got to have a little bit of movement in.
I love that. And I've
Yeah.
seen that, the horse on pots.
We
It's
have
one
it
of my-
on another
yeah, on
bracelet,
that.
we have it on this bracelet
And-
and a pendant.
And we'll get to that soon,
Yes.
but I like it on your pots too. It's
Thank
one of my
you.
favorite figures on your pots.
Thank you.
Maybe because I'm a guy and it just seems a little
Yeah.
stronger for me. I
Well,
don't know.
there's a lot of horse lovers out there.
There's a lot of them. You know, the people who know horses know them very well.
Very
So
well.
if you can
Yes.
please a horse lover,
That's true.
you're doing a good job.
You're right.
I remember that in sculpture when I was in the art gallery business, and horse lovers would tell you when it was good,
And when it
and they would tell you when it wasn't.
Yeah.
Don't you think? You know that, huh?
Absolutely.
The next thing we're going to look at, we'll pull up the details on the leather cords because these 2 cords, we brought the black one in today and the brown. They might be both sizes or not, but you do qualify for the 20% off on just these 2 colors because we wanted to put them in the show. So there's the
Oh, I
black,
like that color too.
there's the brown, but we'll do what we really meant to do with them is to feature one of Jody's pieces. The first one is the pendant
Oh, my pendant that
with
matches.
the turquoise.
And it matches the bracelet and the ring that we just showed.
Yep.
It's the same exact designs. And this necklace has been very, very popular. You know, it's just such a good necklace. I wear it quite a bit. The stone is beautiful. It's very solid. And it, you know, it's got that, the design is a really universal design. So with the collages, I think that everybody has just really liked this design very much. So thank you, Carolyn, for helping put that together. That just really, really, really was a nice.
You're good at this. We're gonna have to bring Jody in. I'm just sitting here going,
well, I haven't been out of my house in a while, so it's actually nice to be somewhere, talk to somebody besides a little dog.
I agree. I agree. We could sit here and do this all day with
so
you.
Nice to be out of the house.
Hello, Melinda. That's okay if you're late, Melinda. We did have to start the party without you, but there's still plenty of party left. Let me give you the review that Nancy wrote on this pendant. Nancy says, I am so very happy with this piece. The stone is a beautiful green turquoise. The pendant is a beautiful statement enhancer. And that's one of the things we do like to mention is this is just such a strategic way to utilize that hinge. Here we showed it in the toggle ring, but putting it over a beaded necklace here on the leather, so much you can do with these.
You don't have to worry about threading it and making sure that your toggle is small enough to go through your necklace. You can just, it's an easy latch, it holds really well, and I just love this. These are just great, and they have them on a few of my other pendants, the horse pendant we're going to show a little bit, and then the cross one I have on is also like that. So you can put it on beads, you can put it on turquoise, you can put it on just about anything, and it just holds very nicely. You don't have to worry about it falling off. It's been just ingenious, and very versatile.
A collector, Dottie, is saying, I am wearing that now in celebration of your visit, Jody.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Dottie. Let's get a little close-up of that. So here's that pendant. Let's try to get all of the detail of same animals throughout, all the same symbols. Let's see. Now that spiral, do you call it something different, or what is the meaning? I know there's multiple meanings.
It's a universal symbol again. Different tribes, different cultures across the world have that. With our tribe in the Pueblo that I'm from, Santa Clara Pueblo, it's the beginning, it's the universe. Where everything comes from. It's the process, kind of the beginning, and so that's what that is.
Thank you.
Which is just a beautiful meaning.
Yes, it definitely is.
I love that spiral design. I use it quite a bit on my pieces.
Loving that one. Okay, make sure I have the next pendant, which is the horse. I'm going to read the review first, and then we'll bring it out. Nancy says, the horse is in full gallop. Its mane is flowing in the wind as if galloping along the land. It's a very substantial piece of sterling, and the tiger's eye gemstone at the top is the perfect accent. Oh, I love that. Great review.
I gave this to one of my best friends, Yvonne, for her birthday, and she wears it constantly. She says that the tiger's eye is a symbol of money. And so I was like, I didn't know that. So she's like, maybe this will, give me a little bit of luck there. And I said, I hope so too.
I love that. I've never heard that about tiger's eye, but I'll go with that. It's better than saying, if you wear tiger's eye, you are destined to be destitute. Yeah, that's not as good. I like the money part of it.
And then what I did on the background is I put the pattern that I use quite a bit on my pottery. It's in the background of the horse. So the horse is standing out and with a relief pattern of the design behind it. And then with the top, we use the basket weaving, kind of holding on the stone. So it really has that a natural feel, the way it's holding onto that stone, and the background, everything flows really well together.
The background on this really reminds me of what I first was introduced to your pottery. That is one of your very traditional, that is Jody's background.
That's my background.
Only yours. It's unique to you as an artist.
I've been doing that background since I was about, I don't know, late teens.
Now, nobody would probably knock it off, but do you have it copyrighted?
I don't know. I haven't. Okay, whenever I see it here and there, I take it as a compliment. Because
do you really?
My designs, I think, well, that's nice. They liked it, so they're using it a little bit. As long as anybody doesn't totally take it,
Be careful.
Leave me in the dust.
When I mentioned it, I thought the answer would be something like that, because we all love it. So, and again, we all are inspired. I don't know if you all saw, we put up Jody's blanket.
And it has the women, which is my 3 daughters. And they're all holding different pottery. And the background is my pattern that I do on my pottery.
This is a gorgeous, it's from Pendleton. You worked with Pendleton on this. It is reversible. This is the one that I brought from home, and I know Carolyn loves hers, and thank you for giving me this a few years ago.
Well, I'm glad I gave you some of those. Went really quick.
I bet.
Now,
and
we did like 400
no
limited
more.
Edition, they were just gone.
So to answer your questions, ladies, no, you can't have my blanket. And I guess no, you can't order them anymore. That would be nice if they would bring that back. That would be a good one.
Yeah, that would be nice. And thought of maybe even doing another one with the animal designs, but I'm really
You're busy with so many things.
Pottery and jewelry.
So a rare piece.
Children and grandchildren.
I won't show you the backside. Follow Jody's professional page, and you'll see this figure, but in the lighter pattern, which is the opposite side of that.
That's the side I like. I take it you like this side. I like this.
I like them both. I like them both.
This is the more masculine color.
Maybe that's why I put it up there. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to show the horse up a little closer, and then we're going to keep moving on to the bracelet. So there is where you can see all that great patterning that we were talking about that has been on Jody's pots. And again, that is what I remember from the first time meeting you. I wanted to mention something, and I told Jody, and this will never leave my mind. The first time I was at Indian Market, when we started to collaborate with you, and basically I had just met you, and we were there early in the morning on a Saturday to do some photos around market. We're going to show it on our Facebook page. Anyway, I get to your booth and it's like 6:30 in the morning.
I get there about 6:30.
Yeah, well, maybe it's about 6 then, because you're just arriving. And what the memory that sticks in my mind, and I told Jody this, the first 3 people in line, and there was about 7 at least at that point, the first 3 people literally had their checkbook open and a pen in their hand. They were just waiting for Jody to put the pots out. Now, these are longtime collectors who do that.
Yes, I've been very fortunate to have my collectors and people who love my pottery, and I'm just so grateful for that. And they're loyal and come and buy pottery from me, so I'm just, thank you.
I'm jealous of many of their collections.
People have 30, 40 of them over the last 30 years. I've been doing this a while.
And they're wonderful, one-of-a-kind pieces.
Yes.
Jody does glass work also.
I do glass, I do bronze.
You did some bronze too.
Yeah.
Now, are those edition pieces?
Those are edition pieces. And what those were was, I always had little children next to me. They were always sitting there next to me while I worked. So I would make little balls of clay and legs and arms out of coil pieces. And I would put them together for the kids, like Mr. Potato Head. I'd say, here, make a little animal. Here's some pieces. So they put it together, and I would finish it, and then they'd be around the house. And people would come by to buy pottery, and they'd say, wow, these are cool, we'd like to maybe get one of these. So before you know it, I'm making those. And then the kids one day, they were buying, somebody bought Benny, who was an antelope, and the kids were there, and I wrapped up Benny. I said, and they took Benny, Benny. And I said, honey, I'm sorry, I'm making another Benny. But so Benny writes Christmas cards to us from Baltimore.
Oh,
he's now Baltimore Benny.
Baltimore.
And he had a picture of him just to my childhood friends.
That is so cute.
See in my collect how nice my collectors have been.
Yeah.
They take the time to do that, and they love those little animals and know the story behind them. Maybe.
Carolyn and Bill have that wonderful collection.
They have a collection
out of the
animals.
box. They have and I remember that that year at market.
Yes.
And that is a great, and Carolyn brings it in every now and then.
That one, are so cute.
Those are so cute. I remember when they got that one at market, and I think it was at the auction.
It was at the auction, and they bid on it, and that was great because all that, it went towards through SWIA for the education fund and for, different programs that they have through the years. So
Relios throughout the years has been wonderful at different sponsorships for awards at Indian Market. We're not as involved in anymore, other than we love going. We love working with Fritz Casus. We love working with Jody. We might do some more work with Kenneth again in the future. Who knows? Veronica, Benali. Back then with Roderick. Bless his heart. So that was the horse bracelet that we just saw and talked about. Jody was wearing hers. Now you probably have just about everything that we've created, and
Yes,
family and friends
absolutely.
have it too.
Yeah, we'll walk around very blinged out with my design.
I love that.
That's fun.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
It shows that
Thank you, Carolyn.
it shows that we're doing it justice. But you bless everything that
Oh
we do.
my
I mean,
goodness, I
you work with us
cry.
hand in
I'm
hand.
like, oh my goodness, just over the years, and that's how we met, was
Mhm.
through SWAIA.
Right.
You guys were doing a fundraiser for SWAIA and actually making a pendant for every single artist.
I wish we
And
had
I
some of those.
designed it.
Yeah, I remember
And that was a
that.
big honor. So
Yeah.
that's how I got involved with you guys.
Yeah.
I designed the pendant, and people just loved it. And SWAIA, which is the Indian market, Southwestern Association of Indian Arts, and just did really well with it. So we continued our friendship,
Yeah, that
and
was the first
it's
piece.
been just absolutely wonderful.
I
working
remember
together.
the award ceremony for
Yes.
the Potters, and there were about
Yes.
80 or so of those pendants that were given, and I think I
Yes.
met your mom there that
Yes,
day.
my mom got one.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
she's a
She's a
Potter, of
Potter.
course, and I remember opening up the box and showing you the piece, I think, for the first
And
time.
once I had all my animals,
Yeah.
the other side had that pattern
Yeah.
in the background. And
Mhm.
I still see the other artists wearing them from time to time. And it's been over 10 years now. Do you
Yeah.
know that? It's been about 12 years that
Yeah.
we did that.
Yep,
So
I
this has
remember.
been a long friendship and a long time that we've been doing this.
And it's going to continue.
And it's
We
wonderful.
guarantee it. Because
Absolutely.
again, we were just seeing some new sketches from Jody.
Yes, we have a Thunderbird sketches coming out. So those are pretty cool.
Ooh,
should
let
do
the
lots
cat
of
out of the bag. But we're not
Yeah.
going to tell you what the Thunderbird might be turned into. Look at her.
It's gonna have a cool
I
clasp
see.
on the back too, so you
Oh.
can just click on anything.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
there you know it. You have it here first. She's working on a Thunderbird. I guess it's going to be a pendant.
Yes,
Speaking of pendants, the crosses that we have,
Yes.
we did in 3 colors. And I remember when we first did, I think you were at Carolyn's house. We did a
Yes.
show, didn't we?
during the COVID.
Yeah, when we
Yes.
had these crosses originally, I remember you saying after the show, I need so many of that color, so many of that color, and we just sent you along with
Yes,
the first
with
one.
this chain and that length of chain. And
Yeah. Again, a lot of the same patterns that we've seen in the bracelet, the ring, and both of the pendants.
And a lot of swirl behind it.
A lot of swirl.
I like
Mhm.
that. I like the
Oh,
swirl
yes.
behind it because it connects all the animals together. Then again, that
Yeah.
basket weave around the stone, and the stones came in a white howlite,
Mhm. Lapis.
and then a coral.
Coral. And we have all 3 here.
Yes.
All 3 are still available. Again,
Nice
use
shape that just
Mhm.
lays very nicely.
and nice weight. They're great weight. And I like that it's not flat. And I'm going to bring it up to the close-up camera in that it's not flat. Like all of our jewelry, it's not stamped out of a sheet of metal. It's cast. So you have this contour, this shape to it. It is curved. And here's where you can
Yes.
see, if I can hold it still, all of the swirls that Jody was talking about. And I didn't see them until we saw that.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of swirls on that.
Lots of
It's just,
swirls
I
back
love
there.
that. I love that. And then behind the stone is that pattern I do, but just one big one. Do you see it? It's like a big, it's the Kiva steps.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
see that? Isn't that
There you go.
cool?
There's where we can
It's
see it.
amazing how detailed, you can get so much on such a small piece.
Yeah. Well, because all the designs are perfect in the wax, so they come out perfect in the sterling silver, and then our artisans will add just the right amount of the oxidation to bring out all of those patterns. I didn't notice. I see that.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, that
Now
Kiva
you look at the
stair step. Yeah,
difference,
I
too.
am.
Yeah, it's a fabulous piece.
A fabulous piece. Let's see,
Fabulous.
Nancy on the lapis says, this cross is so dimensional. Arms of the cross are slightly curved, like I was saying.
It lays
The lapis is a deep blue, and the silver work has so many symbols and animals in it. Then she writes in all capitals, wow, a
Oh,
true work of art.
Thank you.
Let me give you some numbers, because in Howlite, we only had 5 left. We had 14 in the lapis, and we had 13 in the coral. And I don't know that we're going to do castings of these again, so it is a nice time to do it if you're loving it, and save the 20% by using the code AW Summer20 at checkout. I think that's the code. Yes, it is. I see it right there. It's on your screen. Let me see if we have some Hello, Carol. Good afternoon, Jody and Alex, she
Hello.
says. Now, you all know that Carolyn quite often is just loving all those. Now, Laura's out there reading the reviews. Okay, so Dottie says Jen, and that's her daughter, has that cross in coral and wears it on the red, white, and blue leather that we have.
Great.
That would be great.
Yeah.
It's definitely a wow piece.
I have
Thank
it on
you, Dottie.
the native pearls.
Yes, you do.
I have it on the native pearls. I wear it a lot on the chains.
Okay.
More than anything, I like the long chain,
Mm-hmm.
the rope, and then I put it on that because it's nice low, especially under like a solid blouse.
Right.
Because then you can really see it, and it's nice with the long chain.
I like that idea. We're going to share some photos again. What did we have left? I know we have. Oh yeah, let's show some more pottery.
Okay.
Now, this is any of the ones you want, Lily. We can talk about any of the photos that you want.
Yeah, pick one.
You just pick them, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, that's what I love that design. Okay, so that is me, and
Your dog.
my dog. Usually, I'm holding a pot. The Pueblo girl's always holding a pot, but lately I seem to accumulate little dogs.
And they're in your arms quite often in your pictures.
They are always in my arms. Yeah. So, and it's just been nice. Guys, behind it, the mountains with the snow caps, the birds flying overhead, parrots. They're parrots. Then there's the Pueblo houses on the corners. Below are the morning glories that are coming up, and then on the background pattern on the top, you can see the snow coming down. Behind the girl at the bottom are the hills with the pinon trees that we always, see in New Mexico. So that's what that piece is. It's a square piece, and on each side was a different, the same girl, but a different dog.
Now this pot and several of the others we're going to see here, like this one. Now these are available now at Blue Rain Gallery?
No, these are not.
These are all gone?
These are gone,
Okay.
Yes, but I do have a couple images of stuff that I just finished.
We want to get to those, so we're going to go through these that aren't available a little quicker. So let's, but I want to see them all.
There's my girls there. You think of playing Ring Around the Rosies and your little girl, and I just love the way that they're holding each other. I'm just happy. It's called Girlfriends. I call that one.
I love that. Now, just think about this, everybody. Some lucky collector is loving that in their home right now. You have a chance to get Jody's pottery. Blue Rain Gallery in Santa Fe is one of the places. Or just show up at Indian Market about 4:30 in the morning and get in line.
Come to Blue Rain at 7 o'clock on Thursday the 19th.
Thursday the 19th of August is your next show. Another
pot.
That's
a good one. That one it's a white pot. The inside had a red metallic clay, which is pretty neat. And then I painted no carving on that. I did all that in paint with traditional paints. In the black and the red, they were just fish going all around it. It was one of those ones where I start and I'm kind of like, why did I start this? Yeah. But the effect was so cool.
And if you follow Jody on Facebook, you'll see some of the other things that are done with your images. Great bags. I mean, I can call it a purse, but it's just more like a bag that you can put everything in.
Yes.
A couple of those are available.
Yes.
I have seen travel luggage with Jody's designs that are just phenomenal. So get out there and look. If you're loving Jody's designs, you don't only have it offered to you in great pottery and in jewelry, but there's bags, there's glasswork, there's bronze. We're celebrating artwork in so many different mediums.
It's nice that, you can do it in different ways, wear it, just like jewelry, and see it, live it. I constantly have something with my designs on it, on me and around me, and it makes me feel good, it makes me happy.
The one ring that I have of yours makes me feel good too.
It's happy art.
That's a Thunderbird.
That's a Thunderbird, yes, that's a Thunderbird. And that one I did with these wings that are kind of, it's just I do different designs of Thunderbirds, and I like the arrows, which are the lightning, because the Thunderbird brings the lightning. He's the creature that brings the thunder and lightning.
And the rain.
And the rain.
Yeah, Carolyn told me a story about that, and I enjoyed it.
Okay. Yes, that piece is the dragonflies. Behind it is that pattern I do, and that's all done with an X-Acto knife. And then it was a kind of a flat piece. So the other side had the big swirls, and then the red parts are polished, and then it had the polished this riverbed stone basically with metallic paint, the mica in it, and then I carve those swirls on there.
Amazing. I'm really drawn to swirls in your artwork and in other art, and on cave art.
Yeah.
Something about that swirl.
You know, they're hard to carve because they're so round, and I have a little bit of a tremor, which is hereditary from all these pottery women. I have a tremor. So people are like, how in the world do you carve that way? And
I always thought that.
I can carve, but I can't draw.
Wow.
So, but they come out pretty round.
That is awesome. All right, what do we have?
The last one.
That's the last one of that. Let's celebrate Carolyn and Jody together when they were working on a collaboration, I think, at Jody's house.
That was in my backyard.
Okay. And let's see, dog in the lap.
Yeah, that was Zoe, my Zoe. And that was the morning we were doing some photos and talking about working on the piece. So the piece in front of the closest to Carolyn has my girl holding a pot on it.
Right.
That was the day we decided to do the pendant.
Yeah, I'm like, why does that look so familiar?
That's the pendant, the one with the girl holding the pot.
I missed that one. I hope we bring that one back.
That one, I said I need like 20 of those.
We need to do that again.
I had like 20 of those, and everybody got one of those.
It was the carved red jasper that's the hard part of that, 'cause that's a special stone.
You know what would be cool is that girl holding the black wedding vase.
Okay.
Would that not be the coolest?
Bill and Carolyn, I hope you're watching this.
Yeah, black wedding vase with just the bear claw on it. You have the wedding vase designed from Fritz. Fritz designed the black wedding vase. That would be perfect for that girl to be holding that. And also because I have second daughter getting married in a month. So that would be kind of, I have wedding on the brain. And I'm making her wedding vase right now. And designed. My mom made it. My brother's polishing it. I'm going to fire it and carve it. And she said she wanted some dragonflies on it. And basically what the wedding vase is, for people who don't know what it is, it's a vase with two spouts coming out of it and like a handle. And during the ceremony, the man drinks from one side and the woman drinks from the other side, and then that bonds them in marriage.
I remember.
So,
does one like spit inside of it?
No.
So sorry. Aren't I rude?
I hope not.
That was terrible. I took Jody's beautiful story and did what I did to it.
No, so my daughter's getting married now, my second daughter, and so she's getting her wedding vase made with dragonflies and stuff. So I'm working on that as well. And she's been very, very specific about what she wants on that pot.
Okay.
I don't blame her.
Deservedly so. It's a wedding present.
Yes.
Do we have another picture of Atlas down there? I see another baby shop.
Oh yeah, right there with my dogs. Yeah, you have the thing.
Let's
there.
See that.
Yeah, this is my little Atlas. We go for walks. I tell him, Atlas, if you let Grandma work for 1 hour, I will take you to the park. And he will actually sit there and play and have a snack and watch Elmo or something on TV. And
kind of knows what an hour is.
I know, but it's about as much. I don't either.
Yeah.
So I get as much as I can done, whether it be working on something or cleaning up something. And then I have this cool stroller, so I just stick everybody in there and we go to the park. So that's my little dogs, my little Maltese and my little Yorkie, and we go down to the park, and you can tell how happy everybody is to go to the park.
Everybody is happy. Everybody has a smile.
We all get to go to the park. So the park's a good time. Yeah.
So we probably have one more photo of Jody and maybe me. I had to throw one in there.
Yay!
So this is from Market several years ago. See that? Market is a happy place, and it's a happy morning. This is probably after she is sold out by noon or sometime before. Yep. I think you said you were. So I look forward to going to Market this year. We'll be wandering around.
Tell that we love each other.
Yeah, we've got a good. I mean, I am honored that I can be part of the team here to be able to spend time with you. So it has been a thrill. And then let's go to that group pottery shot, if you can, Lily. Now this is going to be, this is a promotion. Yeah, this is a promotional image from Blue Rain Gallery, and I know that Laura, who's helping us out there from Texas, who works for us, she is going to put up the link for the show. The show again isn't until August 19th.
So Thursday.
So you have plenty of time. Know that the pieces sell out so quickly, but if you are interested in Jody's pottery, which of course we all love it, Blue Rain Gallery is the place to get in touch with. They will help you out.
Yes, and they do phenomenal photographs and every side, dimensions. It's on the website. Look them up, and so I have a bunch of images of each piece. I will have maybe 10 pieces for the show.
So we'll we'll give you the link now, and I know between now and Jody's show, we'll do a post especially for Jody and remind you about that. Oh, it's a pleasure. That's easy to do.
I did a fish pot, a pot with like Pueblo designs in the clouds, and a roadrunner. I've had a lot of them in my yard lately.
Okay.
And little dragonflies. Those are the ones on my daughter's wedding vase. And then the other one has like teepees and a buffalo and people on it. And
there's a lot of variety in these.
I enjoy doing this. Oh, and then I have this one too. This is another one that.
And these are going to Blue Rain.
I just finished these. Yes, they haven't seen them yet. But this one is called sand painting. My grandmother had a sand painting in her kitchen that had these guys on it, and I would just sit there and look at it and look at it and look at it. So I did those images of that sand painting again with the added in some arrows and some of my dragonflies, and the background pattern is kind of that wave. And I always do the offset mouth on them and carving on the inside as well. So, the colors are from the firing and, just different clays.
The colors are from the firing?
The pots are light, and then when I fire them, I use Kelvin to get them dark.
No, but the outer, the brighter colors.
Yes, this is, some of the paints are a traditional paint, some are acrylic paints. Okay. I can't get that many colors.
Yeah. No, you know what I mean? I just thought some of that process came out in the firing, and I was really going to be blown away.
This dark color is from the firing. So I find that in the firing, and it's just, the colors are just really cool. I like the colors I'm getting.
So these two will be available also
I'm
at
going to
Blue
go
Rain.
take these over today. And
then, today?
Yeah, after this.
She's taking her daughter to the airport. And then she's going to go she's the final judge at a pottery.
Yes, I got to go
She has to go judge, and then she's taking these to Blue Rain.
And then I got to get a box cutter to cut my poster that's in the car.
Amazing.
They're hard to find these
days. Really? Box
I went to Staples. Where else did we go?
I would have brought you one from home. I have several.
I was thinking about,
I would have. You could have. So many people said they loved the blanket. Again, we said, can't do that. We're loving all the jewelry, all the pottery. Now, if we didn't get to all of your comments, know that I'll review them again. It'll probably be more like Monday because I'm going camping tomorrow. I'm going to be off grid. So I'll be back on Monday in town, but not working until Tuesday. So, and then Laura will always get to a lot of your comments. Know that we care. We love you all. Use the code for the 20% off. How much time do we have left, Lily?
8 more minutes.
Okay, we're going to quickly go through the pieces that we brought in from Fritz Casus and Roderick Tenario. The first Fritz piece, Faith says, I just love this ring. It is so unique in the mixture of brass and silver. Thank you, Fritz. We do have sizes 5 through 10 available. Right now, the lowest quantity are both 9s and 10. We have 2 and 9 and 4 and 10. And that is about it. Yeah, and you do get the Fritz romance card, just like you get the Jody romance card when jewelry is purchased from either of those two artists.
Fritz is a good friend of mine.
He's a great guy. The next piece,
fantastic artist.
Yeah, he is a great one. The next piece is the review Dr. W, it's a lady, says, the silver work is beautiful and the abalone is gorgeous. This is a lovely piece, and I have other matching pieces to wear with it as well. Such a striking design. Glad to have this in my collection. It brings me joy to wear it. Fritz's pieces do bring joy. I love the combination of the abalone and then the blue turquoise. A stunning bracelet. This one we did make in all 3 sizes, and right now we still have in all 3 sizes. Small 7, medium 7, large 8. We won't be reproducing this, so if you like it, this is your last chance to get it, and use AW Summer 20 for the next month or so. You'll get 20% off.
I haven't seen that before. I like that very much.
Well, good. You could have one of the last ones.
Yay, I'm gonna get one today.
We'll always work something out with you.
Yes.
Yeah, if it's not that, we'll give you this one if you wanted this one.
Well, I will.
But because the building next door is closed and we won't be able to get any other sizes for you right now.
Can I try it on?
Yeah, of course.
I'm having fun.
Because I imagine this one is an average, but it could be a small. I don't know. If
and
it fits you, it fits.
Fritz and I did a trade, gosh, about 20 years ago. I made him a bigger. Oh, I love that. Look at the color.
Well, guess what, folks? We will not have that bracelet in house. At least this one that's sitting right here.
Oh,
and I know Carolyn will always be fine to say yes.
It's a big dragonfly with
yes, give it to Jody. Give it to Jody. We'll let her take it. All right, well, Jody found a new piece of jewelry today, folks.
I sure did.
Yes.
Yeah, so Fritz and I did it. We did a trade about 20 years ago. He wanted one of my big square pieces with lots of different, like Pueblo scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought a belt buckle and a bracelet and cufflinks.
I think you both did very well.
Yeah, so I'm really happy with the stuff that he's made.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
I love that. You can keep it on.
I like it.
Okay, so one more pendant from Fritz, and then we'll get into two pieces of Roderick. An interpretive nausea here in the center with green turquoise. Beautiful piece from Fritz. Most all of the pieces from Fritz, and the same thing, designs from Jody. They're based on an original work of theirs, or in Jody's case, of course, patterns in her pottery. So we really take the artist's designs and their heart and soul, and then try to bring it to life in jewelry. We did very well with this.
Beautiful.
This piece, we're fine. We have 3 dozen right now, and Yvonne says this enhancer became one of my favorite pieces, and the second I opened the box, it just, it's just the right size. It's unique and absolutely beautiful. We agree, Nancy. All right, now Roderick, our dear Roderick, that we miss so much.
Wonderful man.
Yes.
I used to sit next to him at a many art show over the years.
Wasn't he just a gem?
And I was young when I started. When I met him, I know because I went, and he had been around longer than I had. He'd been doing art shows longer than I had. So he was always kind of like, he would help me out, tell me to try this or do that, or, and just such a generous man.
He really,
He didn't have, worry about competition or secrets or, sharing. He just was very, just such a wonderful man. I really enjoyed his company over the years. So he's been missed. By a lot of the other artists as well.
I had the pleasure.
We loved him.
I had the pleasure last night, or at 12:30 this morning our time, to do a show live on Skype for the Australia TV network. It was the last of my 5 shows. And the Roderick Bear was on there with the medicine bundle on his back with the corn. And of course, it sold out right away. And just to share the story, share Roderick's story, was just an honor. I was honored to meet him. I wish I knew him as well as Carolyn and Bill did. So this pendant that we just saw is the original design that has the 14-karat gold at the top. We've brought back a few pieces of Roderick's.
Yes.
He did mixed metal.
He sure
We did bring pieces back of Roderick's, like the bear, that we did in all silver to kind of keep costs down. But so this piece, we have 18 of these left right now. There are no reviews. If you do have, there's pattern on both sides. And Roderick's patterns were kind of uniquely his. So again, we love him, always will. Visit YouTube and just look him up. I mean, there's some interviews with he and Carolyn together that you really get a sense of his personality. And he was a treasure, and we'll always miss him. And I am glad that I got to meet him. One more piece for Roderick, and sorry about this. I don't have a chain to put this on right now. I didn't bring one, but this one, it takes about a 5mm chain.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah, now that one, the channel inlay of turquoise, mother of pearl, red jasper, and black agate, and then you have Roderick's patterning at the top. It isn't an enhancer bell, so like the leather wouldn't be able to string through here, but I know you have many necklaces that would. Some of the smaller native pearls, something about that size would go through there.
Yes.
Yep, that one would.
And it would be perfect on that.
Yeah, it would be. How many more minutes do we have, Lily? We have to kind of keep this at an hour. Okay. So we did pretty good on timing today. We could spend at least another hour with you.
Yeah, with you anytime.
And we'll definitely ask you to join us again, request, and we'll have a good time. But for
and thank you everybody for having me and liking my work, and allowing me to have this part of my life. I'm grateful and honored, and thank you, Carolyn and Bill and Alex, all the craftspeople and the designers. I'm just really grateful. So Thank you, everybody.
Isn't she great? Okay, until next week, we're going to sign off. Thank you for spending this hour with us. This was a treat. Thank you, Jody.
Thank you.
We'll see you next Friday. Same time, same place.